Hello again and welcome everyone again. Uh, we're about to do a Game Week 2 preview show, and with me I have KY as always. And today we have someone from the rival team. Finally, we have Damian, a Liverpool fan. And one thing I can tell you is this is going to be entertaining because Damian is actually very insightful, and also I know that he and I read his Twitter feeds, and we don't agree on anything at this point. So I'm sure it's going to be a very interesting episode. Damian, how's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me. Really excited.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to
Can't
the
wait to
show,
get
Damien.
into it. Okay,
Thank you.
well, how have
Thank
you
you.
been? Still
I'm
enjoying the
good.
the AZ juice? Yeah.
I can tell you for certain that I've not stopped smiling for the last
Nice,
24
nice,
hours.
nice, nice, nice. That's
Just be
good.
smiling. Like
That's good. That's
every
good.
tweet, every mention, anything that has easy,
If you,
like
yeah,
retweet,
I
like
can
retweet,
imagine. I
like
can imagine.
retweet. I spent the entire day on YouTube just watching compilations, just
You know
feeling,
what?
feeling how much as I can.
I understand the Arsenal fans' perspective. So, you know what? Let's
Nah,
just
nah.
jump
The
into the
crazier part is like this is probably the first transfer we've done in a very long time that the entire
yeah,
fan base has
backed.
like
That's true.
exactly they are all on the same side.
Hmm.
Like nobody's complaining that oh don't sign it, they sign this person instead.
Yep.
Everybody is agreeing and they
Yeah,
all love the
that's true.
transfer. So it's like it's a very different one. It's a very
That's true.
different one.
That's true. Okay, let's just jump straight into last week review. We didn't actually have a review for the last week's show, and we're just going to
Yeah.
touch on like a couple of key matches. Actually, we might not go through all the leagues, but one thing I
Okay.
would definitely be touching on Liverpool. Would like to hear what Damien felt about his team. We'll touch on the Arsenal game and a couple of other things. So let's just jump right into Liverpool for last week. How did you feel? How does that make you feel going into the rest of the season?
So the game was really exciting, especially if you're a
Yeah,
neutral or you're a Liverpool hater.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, I felt like we
yeah.
were we were too open at times. If you look at
Hmm.
the two goals, it was pretty easy. It's like putting hot knife through butter. Like they didn't. It felt
Right,
like
right,
Bournemouth did.
right.
Yeah, it felt like Bournemouth didn't even have to work for the goal. One long ball to the wing and
The
Trusty can
transitions, man,
score.
just transitions and
Yeah,
they were in.
yeah, exactly. And I feel like I'll say the scary part of it is that is how all our games since preseason has been. Like we've
Ah,
been considering so many transitions, so many counter attacks. And I mean, some Liverpool fans make an excuse saying, oh, Gravenberg was not in the team on Friday, but I
hmm.
mean, he was in the past teams during preseason and it was still the same. But
Yeah, yeah.
the other thing that fills me with confidence is during the post-match press conference from Slots, he did highlight those issues. So I mean, it's good he knows those issues exist, and hopefully, in the game against Newcastle, that can be an opportunity to fix it. But I think we still have a solid team. I think our attack is still one of the best, if not the best attack in the league this season. And I mean, worst case, we might just have games that are maybe like high scoring games. We might not have a solid defense as we had, last season. But we will have like entertaining, high scoring games, which to be honest, as a fan, I don't want. That's why I'm really hoping, that's why I'm really hoping Slots finds a way to, fix this defense, before we get into the crucial part of the season. But I did enjoy the game.
Awesome, awesome. Let me know that I actually enjoyed the game as well. I suspected it was going to go a certain way. I suspected that you were going to win. I did not see the Salah goal coming. Let's just put that out there because
I told you I was going to be a
football,
Salah goal, though.
football. Yeah, you did tell
I
me that it
told
was
you
going
there
to
was
be.
going
You
to.
called me at
I told you there
halftime and
was
said
going to
Salah
be
was
a
going to
Salah
score.
goal. I
Yeah.
told you there was
So
going to be a Salah goal.
thinking about it as a football fan, Salah is not going to shoot it his right leg from there, and next thing, boom, he shoots and he scores. And I'm imagining that that's actually what was going through the players and the keeper's mind as well. Like, oh yeah, Salah, he's going to try and lay it off. So if I stand off him a bit, it's still fine. And then he surprises you with the right leg shot. That's what the players at that level, that's what they do. So yeah.
The
So
the thing about Liverpool for me is def like Ancelotti trying to counter the issues they faced towards the tail end of last season, where like basically all the teams were sitting back against them and it was harder for them to break down teams. Hence why he's playing the old 2-2-6 attack thing, two attacking fullbacks. Issue with that is he is currently doing that with two box to box in the midfield as well. Maybe if Gravenberch comes and he's a sitting six, it would help like stop transitions. But then like going all out like that against Premier League teams, I think every Premier League team by few would be able to take advantage of that. Like you pointed out, the two goals that Bournemouth scored were from transitions and nobody could stop them. It was like they were just going at Liverpool, especially in that 20-minute spell. And it was just the scarier thing for me was that the goals came after the two fullbacks were out.
mhm,
It
Yeah.
yeah.
was that was just funny to me. That was just funny to me. But then still, I feel like it's the first game of the season. It will still be rectified, but it's still scary. I don't know how Slot is going to manage that to attacking fullbacks or playing with the 2-2-6 thing. But it's a fun one to see.
Okay, yeah, I just remember that we skipped something. I want to big up Liverpool for something. Liverpool and the Premier League for the way they handled the situation with Semenyo on the
Yes, that
sideline.
was that was really
I really want to big
admirable.
up.
Yeah.
I like that the repercussion is not something it's something that sends a message that racism has no like space in football,
Hmm.
and that's really encouraging. He's banned from all football stadiums, so like
Yeah.
it's not just about being banned from the Liverpool match. You're not allowed near a football stadium. You're done,
Yeah.
and that's how
Yeah,
it
I
should
like that
be.
it was handed over straight to the police,
Yeah,
like right there,
exactly.
Exactly.
right from our field. It was
It
handed
Mm.
was
over
it
to the
was
police,
good to
and
see.
it was
Another
taken
thing I
care of.
want to give is the Anfield crowd, the Liverpool fans. I loved their tributes to Jota, and even Salah felt what the tribute was. He felt the weight
Yeah.
of the
Yeah,
tribute,
it was
which is also
crying, man. It was
yeah,
crying.
yeah. It was nice to
That
see
was that was touching.
that Jota was able to touch the lives of so many Anfield faithful. So yeah, those are two things I really wanted to mention. Big up
Makes
Liverpool
sense.
for that, man, and big up
Yeah.
Liverpool fans as well. Yeah. I think the next team we wanted to talk about will be the Arsenal match. Normally I should go to KY, but I want to hear what Damien has to say about the Arsenal match. How did you feel watching what is supposed to be your title contenders in a match like that?
I mean, I'll say the only thing that surprised me was how well United actually played. I feel like,
That's
I
true.
mean, you can say first game of the season in front of your fans, there's that extra motivation to
There
play
always is.
well.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't know if that is the reason why they took the games to Arsenal like that, or this is just a new Manchester United we're seeing. But I'll say I was actually surprised how easy it was for United to go through, Arsenal's defense. I mean, in the second half, Arteta did make some tweaks to correct that, but I think for maybe like first 20, 30 minutes, United were just going through the midfield. But for Arsenal specifically, I didn't really see anything new because I think Arsenal's major issue last season was chance creation. And
Hmm.
this game didn't really show that there was like an improvement because there were situations where you guys had really good transitions and it didn't really lead to anything, not even a shot on target. And obviously, the only way you guys scored was through a corner, which is what we've known, what we know Arsenal for. But again, first game of the season, you can't really read too much into it.
True.
But like just looking at that game, I feel like it's still same old Arsenal. So, nothing. It's still a solid team. Like when I mean same old Arsenal, I don't mean that in a bad way, but I just feel like the one thing.
But you mentioned that there was a lot of transition. Does that sound like the same with Arsenal to you?
Yeah. So the transition were like in the first half, but
Yeah, but like,
Arteta
is
corrected
Arsenal a
that.
team that transitions a lot?
I
you
mean,
say
not
same
not
old
really,
Arsenal, but then
not really.
exactly you say same old Arsenal, but then you mentioned that there was a lot of transitions that didn't lead to a shot on target. That doesn't sound like Arsenal to me. Arsenal does not transition. They take their
No, I
But
time
mean
to
like
build up all the time.
yeah, but the transitions came because Man United were a little bit open. But what I mean by same old Arsenal is
Yeah, but
even in
Arsenal
those
does not
transitions.
transition at all.
No, but
I
what I
think
meant is like even in those transitions, you guys didn't take advantage of it. That's what I mean by same old
advantage
Arsenal.
of them.
Yeah,
So
I hear
what
you, I
what I
hear
think
you, I hear
Mm,
you.
what I think is the thing truth about it is that KY has as an Arsenal fan probably observed a bit more closely or the way Arsenal moves the ball. And as an Arsenal fan as well, I understand it because
mm,
we as Arsenal fans feel like we move the ball forward a bit too slow,
yeah,
right? And from a rival's perspective, you would say same old Arsenal because I feel like you don't watch it with the same and it's I'm guilty of that as well. You watch the matches analytically, but there's a level of passion that comes into watching it that affects how you see these games as well.
yeah.
And
No,
I feel
no.
like
I mean, I
KY
watch
sees his
Arsenal
team
with
moving forward a bit
I watch Arsenal with
with
passion,
hate.
but hate hatred, yeah, hatred. So
I understand that. I understand that. I understand that. But yeah, I think that's where the Kira would probably like his team to move forward a bit faster, and he's saying that. But for you,
mm,
you're like a Liverpool fan. Your game to me is actually very direct. Arsenal doesn't play that way. So when you
no,
see something that is just a bit direct, you're like still same old Arsenal. But we have seen a difference because Arsenal would normally play in the U until all your players are back in your box. That's how we play. It's a very
yeah.
slow, painful build up. But yeah, so I think that's one tweak that has had to happen, especially because of our new striker.
I
I
mean,
think
if
I
I
wanted
can
to
just
point
add,
out, I think,
yeah,
Yeah,
if I can just add one more
yeah,
go on,
please
thing,
Ahmed.
go on,
sorry.
go on.
I think
Yeah.
the another thing that maybe made us now to play in transitions is also how Man United set up, because Man
Mm.
United of old of or maybe last season would have probably surrendered possession to Arsenal and then
Yeah,
just
played.
sit in front of
That's
their
that's
box.
true.
But United actually came
That's
out
true.
pressing high, which created those gaps, and Arsenal kind of took advantage of it, but obviously like didn't really lead to any like high quality chance. But yeah.
I was going to point out that in our match reaction video, I was probably a tad bit too I was probably a tad bit too harsh on my boys, to be honest, because at the end of the day, like it or not, 3 points at Old Trafford trumps everything. Yes,
True.
they probably
Yeah.
did not play
True.
as well as we'd want,
True.
but good. Bad luck to all the teams that are going there that are trying to get their own 3 points. You will not get
Yeah.
it. But then it's like the game was dictated based on our own mistakes mostly. Like we
Mm.
had times where we could have taken over the game and like just calm possession and calm the game down, but we kept on going like the highway and it was kept on losing the ball in funny places. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm just going to just give a lot of kudos to the defense because they ended that 3 points and it was cool.
They actually they ended like they really did. Okay, moving on from the Arsenal Man United match. There's a particular match I wanted us to talk a bit about. And it's the world champions, right? The champions of the world. I feel like that was one of the surprise results of the game week because one of the things that a lot of Chelsea fans and one of the feedback I've gotten from a lot of Chelsea fans is how they feel disrespected. They feel that they should be included in the when you talk about the title race because I mean remember our season prediction we mentioned Chelsea finishing either third or fourth. They feel disrespected that how would the
I'm
world
convinced
champions
it's
not
fourth
be
now, by the way. Not three or
yeah
four, it's
because of how well
fourth.
played. But yeah, so
Yes.
that they feel like they feel disrespected. How like they expect to be counted as part of the the title race. How do you defend that? You in one word say you want to be you're part of the title race. I know it's just one match, but your first game at home in a season that you want to chase the title, I think you go there and you especially when you're a doubted team, you set down a marker like, yeah, this season's going to be different. Um, I feel like they kind of fell short and to disappointment of a lot of their fans as well. How do you guys feel about that? KY?
Um, I watched that game. It was, I don't know, like they just struggled, which was one of their big issues last season as well. They struggled against that low block. So it's
Mm,
like I was telling a friend of mine that I think with the difference between the first part of last season and the end was they started getting the Arsenal treatment. I know it will seem funny that I'm calling it Arsenal treatment, but it's just at the beginning of Arsenal's process, everybody gave them space. Everybody wanted to go toe to toe with them to try to get an advantage. And it got to a point where everybody started sitting back. And I feel like Chelsea is getting to that point where people are now sitting back against them.
taking them
Like
seriously.
yeah, exactly. Like so it's not the same trying to get 3 points off Chelsea. It's now okay, let's make sure Chelsea doesn't get that 3 points. So, like so it's more difficult and that's going to be the headache for Maresca this season.
Mm,
He has to work out like how and also the fact that they didn't have their central center back of choice. It did help their build up.
both
They couldn't
both
build up
center backs.
faster. Yeah, they couldn't build as fast as they wanted to build. They couldn't get balls into the feet of Enzo or Palmer as fast as they should have. So it kind of slowed down their attack and they couldn't be as fast as they wanted to be. And but still at the end of the day, like you mentioned, it's the first game of the season at home against a non-title contending team, you just want to get those 3 points. Because I remember I was saying that earlier in preseason that
Mm,
this season is going to be determined on all these small things. You have to make sure you get these points. You have to not drop points when your fellow contenders are going to earn
yeah,
maximum points.
yeah, you're
So
correct.
it's
You're
just
correct.
one of those.
You're correct. What about you, Damian? How do you feel about the Chelsea's performance and results? Actually, the performance I know would improve, but you hope that the
Mm.
results will improve if you're a Chelsea faithful. So,
I don't
how
hope
do
it
you
does.
feel?
No, I don't agree with KY. I mean, like coming up against a low block is never easy, and
Yeah.
I mean, apart from playing against a low block, I think also one thing that has changed in the way Chelsea plays, I feel like Palmer is now more restricted to a particular position on
Mm,
the pitch, which was not necessarily the case under Pochettino like in Pochettino's first season, and even at the start of last season. Palmer was roaming around the edge of the box, but I think since second half of the season
now
started,
it's a bit more restricted.
he's more restricted into like that right half space. And the problem with that is
Mm,
when you come up against a low block, it's predictable. We all know where the ball is going to go
mm.
to. So all we just need to do is just put probably like what
Jack
Crystal
Palmer.
Palace did. They put I think it was Gehi or Lacroix on him and then put Will Hughes in front of him. So like how would the ball get to him? But yeah, I mean
I
we
think.
played Crystal Palace as well, and it was really difficult to
Yeah.
get the ball to our attackers. So I can understand
Yeah.
the pain Chelsea went through. But yeah, first game of the season, we can't look too much into it to be honest.
Yeah, exactly,
Mm.
exactly. True, true, true. But I have a question to ask both of you. Do you feel that Chelsea fans have the right to be aggrieved by people not counting them as part of the top four?
No, why should they?
I
Because I
mean, they,
mean,
they believe that they're world champions. They should be counted as part of the title contenders. Sorry, not top four. Everybody knows they're going to finish in top four, but are they title
yeah,
contenders? Do you consider them title contenders?
I don't consider them title contenders because I mean the league is different. It's different from a cup competition. Because the
Yeah,
league,
yeah,
one week you're playing Man City, and then the next week you're going to Burnley, who's bottom of the table. So,
yeah.
are you going to approach the Man City game with the same enthusiasm or
No,
motivation that you approach the Burnley game? And that's the
ball again.
difference between those that win the league and don't those that don't win the league. I don't think Chelsea are that
Yeah.
type of team that can consistently perform at that high
Mm,
level. regardless of the stage of the season. I don't think they are. I mean, they can prove me wrong this season, but I don't just see them as that
Oh yeah, these are predictions. We're here to be proven wrong,
team.
anyways. These are
Exactly.
predictions.
I
What about
agree.
you,
I
KY?
agree.
Do you feel you agree with that? Yeah.
Oh no, like I don't see a reason why any of them are agreed
Them.
by the fact that people are not. And the fact, see, I don't know how to put it, but the fact that they didn't win against Crystal Palace
Yeah,
is
just
testament
yeah
to
to why we didn't
like
put you there in the
as
first place.
much as a low block is a problem to face, you have to still beat it. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you, out of the 19 teams that will play against Arsenal this season, at least 16 of them will play in low block. If Arsenal does not win any of them, they're going to suffer criticism for not winning. It won't be
Yeah.
a thing of, oh, we understand that you're playing against a low block,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so it can a draw can slide. You still have to win anyway. So it's like they're supposed to win, and the fact that they did not win is a testament to why people are not tipping them as one of the people that get away with it.
Okay, so I'm just going to run through the other results, but before I do that, I
Somebody
just
I would like us to talk about is Sunderland.
yeah, I was just about to say that. Well, like, what was your surprise result
I
of the?
pointed out that Sunderland are not going down.
You
That
did.
result doesn't mean they are not going down.
You
But
did.
if you watch that game, you can see a team that is ready to that will at least have three people that are worse than them this season. That's what I want
True.
to say.
And that's what you have to do. You don't have to be the. You don't have to be the. Uh,
Exactly, it's their first
yeah,
season back. All they have
yeah.
to
You
do
don't
is
have to worry
survive.
about getting caught. You just have to worry about making sure that like three other people are caught before you. So that's
Exactly.
the
Just to make sure three teams are worse than you.
yeah.
That performance that day, their style of play, they just want to play bully ball, and like while playing bully ball, they have Xhaka that is able to dictate like
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
flow of the game and find those huge players that they have, and they're still signing better players too. It's just like
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome. So how about the Brentford? I'm pointing out Brentford because in our prediction you did predict Brentford as a surprise droppers. Also, would you say they're surprise droppers?
I think so. I think so because I mean they lost Thomas Frank. They're about to lose two of their top strikers. They lost Mbemo, and I don't know if they will lose Wissa, but even though he comes
they're
back into the
definitely
team,
losing Wissa.
yeah, even though he comes back into the team, I don't think he's going to play at that level as of last season. They
Mm.
lost
Hmm.
Snodgaard, and then they brought in their coach, and their coach was actually their set piece coach last season. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's not it's not looking good for them, to be honest. And then I watched the game against
it's
against
not looking good, but
Forest. I watched the game against Forest, and
Hmm.
like they were just all over the place. Forest could have given them like five or
that
six.
midfield, that midfield,
The
that
midfield was
midfield, my
non-existent.
God.
So
Nah.
I mean,
Now like that game made me like Nogard a lot more.
Oh, why?
Like it
exactly.
just I can see the gaping hole there. Like it was
Mm.
empty. It was
Yeah.
empty. It was terrible. It
Okay,
was terrible.
so let's quickly talk about for the whole game week. What would you say your best performance was, whether by team or by an individual? Anyone?
I think the team that shocked me the most this weekend is Newcastle. I know they
Okay.
didn't win.
Yeah.
They didn't win, but I watched the game. I
Which
woke up 5:30 in the morning. I wanted to watch it. And I kid you not, I was surprised as to how
yeah.
they outplayed Aston Villa. Like
They
for
did.
every
They did.
time when Aston Villa wanted to pick up momentum, they did not let them. Like it was crazy. I didn't think they would be like as good as that. I
Yeah.
watched their preseason games, they were horrible in all of them. And for them to come up first game of the season against Aston Villa away, nah, that 1 point is something. It's something. It's something. I was really impressed.
What about you, Damien? Who would you say your star of the weekend was, by team or by player?
But by team, definitely Sunderland, to be honest. Like I didn't
Mm.
see that 3-0
Yeah.
results.
Yeah.
I didn't see that 3-0 results coming. I mean, I knew they would challenge West Ham, but I felt
Yeah.
like West Ham were in a good position considering this sort of preseason they had. They weren't too bad. And obviously, I felt West Ham would probably approach that game with some sort of confidence that oh, we're coming up against a championship team. But in that
They
game
were
didn't look like
shocked.
it didn't look like a Premier League team versus a team that just came from a Champions League team, championship
Mhm.
rather.
Yeah.
Sunderland blew them out of the water. So I'll say
West Ham
star
are at risk
performance
of
of the week.
relegating anyways.
They're always
Yeah.
there. They're always at that risk.
Yeah,
Every
they
season, they're
always
always there. They're always there. And all they have to do is just, I mean, towards the end of the season, they'll probably win like five, six
a couple of
games,
games string. Yeah, exactly,
and then they'll
exactly.
just
So,
leave the relegation spots. But nah, Sunderland for
yeah.
me.
Okay, so for me, I would say I have two players actually, and they're both from the Liverpool match. I would say Hugo Ekitike and
Oh yeah,
Semenyo. Yeah. Um, Ekitike to me was a very like he put in a very nice performance. He
Baby
got
Isak.
he got Liverpool to the point where they were cruising 2
yeah,
0 and he made to me he made it look like maybe Liverpool don't need Isak. Maybe like that's how it made it look like this guy can actually carry this team as the nine. With obviously you already have Salah, so it's not like you need much help anyways.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just good having another player that can rack in the goals. And then Semenyo, I'm going to give it to Semenyo because of what he had to go through and to still put in that performance at the Anfield. This is not just like anywhere.
Yeah.
Go through that and you smash 2 goals. I mean, bar some miracles from Chiesa and Salah, he had he had salted that racist wound. So yes,
Yeah.
that's why I'm going to give it to Semenyo.
I think I just want to point out my player for the week is Ballard.
Oh yeah,
It
the
was
Sunderland
for
defender.
Sunderland. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
it's an Arsenal boy. That's
It
why,
was
of course, we're going to
dominant.
big him up. It's an
It was
Arsenal boy.
dominant. It was dominant in that game. Ballard was dominant in that
Yeah.
game.
He scored as well. Yeah,
It was yeah, he scored. Like
Absolutely
I'm
solid
not
goal.
even pointing him because he scored. It was the defensive part of the things. Like
yeah.
it was just tidying up everything. Like yo, like it was good. If
So
Kivior
just
leaving,
Damien,
I
just so
don't know
you
if we
know,
got fitted.
Sunderland is probably KY's second team in
That's
Premier League right
it.
now. He loves Xhaka, and now Xhaka is
Oh
there.
yeah.
So just so in case you ever come here and you notice that he's praising Sunderland a lot, just know that that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just move into the transfer window. I actually want to talk about transfer window a bit because, like, a lot of crazy things, especially from the perspective of an Arsenal fan, a lot
Crazy
of crazy
things
things have
are
happened.
happening.
Like, we've gone from 0 to 100. Like, it's an emotional roller coaster. A lot
Ah,
of, a
it's
lot of,
been wild.
a lot of like emotions have been felt. A lot of words have been said. Actually, so let's
I
actually just
almost
get into
blocked
the
his brother on
he,
Twitter. I
he
almost
was even
blocked this
threatening
guy.
to block me because we're
I almost
having
blocked
we're
this
having
guy.
serious heated
He was,
conversations about it.
oh my God. No, it was
So
bad. It was
let's talk about the
crazy.
big one, the big signing in this situation, which is the Eze deal. Um,
Mm.
I don't know. Firstly, I'm going to ask how you feel about the signing, right? As from a rival's perspective, do you? Because there's a lot of noise now from the Arsenal fans. We are obviously very proud to have Eze. To me, that's my most exciting signing of the summer. And everybody will say, "Oh yeah, Glock 14 and all," but I've been crying out. Can ask KY how long I've been screaming easy. It's not even this year. It is previous years. So yeah, for me that's my best. So I want to know how you feel about this as a rival fan, and what do you think it means for Arsenal?
So first of all, how do I feel? I mean, I feel last night they've made more scarier signings, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when I look at
Mm-hmm.
Gyökeres, I'm more scared of Gyökeres than I'm scared of Eze. And the reason why is this. Eze is a good player, is a fantastic player, but is he the type of player that can create numerous chances for us now under 90 minutes? I don't know. I don't think so
But
because
like, but Arsenal are
Okay.
he
not getting him to create chances though. Arsenal not getting into create chances.
So why are you now bringing in an attacker? Because apparently the idea is for him to replace Martinelli, right? But
Exactly. Martinelli is
is
not
it is
creating
it
any chances.
but is he actually a better player or a better attacker than Martinelli?
If you don't think the answer is yes, there's no
Uh,
reason for us
me
to go back and
me
forth.
I
If
don't
you
think so.
if so if so let's say like Liverpool about to sign two players, it's
Hmm.
Eze or Martinelli. Who would you pick? Like on the last 2 years of
To be
football.
to be a left winger, to be a left
Yes.
winger in
In
Yes,
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
you guys need a left winger at the point.
Like
So
exactly, we just sold Diaz. I want to bring a left winger
yeah,
in my team. I'll
yeah,
bring in Martinelli.
Yes. Over
I'll bring in
Eze right
Martinelli
now.
over Eze. Yes,
All
and the
right.
reason why is
All right.
this
No
because
problem.
of the way we play. The way we play is
mm,
we are very
transitional.
transitional.
Yeah,
Pace, we need pace, which Martinelli will bring. I don't think Eze will bring
Okay.
that. Another reason I'm not saying it's a bad transfer, but I'm just saying like as a rival fan, I'm not like, oh man, that's not going to be deadly. Because another thing
yeah,
is, Eze is coming to a team that's going to be facing low block 90% of the time, which is not something he
definitely.
faced in Crystal
He's
Palace.
used to. Mm.
Exactly. So now you're not going to like ask him, can you unlock that level of
Those low
creativity
blocks.
you have? Can you, think outside the box? He had only 8 assists last season, you know, which I mean is okay. That's an okay number for a player in Crystal Palace. But can he replicate that in Arsenal? I don't know.
Mm.
Maybe not. But I mean, and then what does it mean for Arsenal? I mean, I think the big question is how does Arteta fit him in because he's
Mhm.
not a sideline winger. He's not like a Martinez that will pop
But
there,
he has
run the
played there a
touchline.
lot, you know. He has played there
But
a lot,
he
you
has
know.
played there a
Every
lot, but
time he's played
has it
for
been
England,
effective? But as
every
England,
time
but
he's
has it
played
been
for
effective for
England, he's
England?
played for left wing.
But has it
Yes,
been effective?
yes,
How many goals and
yes, he
assists does he have for
has.
England?
I don't think he
If
has up to 3 games, and I know
if
he has a
if
goal, and I know he has
if
an assist.
England go to World Cup today, is he starting left wing for England?
He's not starting on the left wing for England, definitely,
Exactly.
but I know that he can play on the left wing.
Listen, let me tell you
Besides, you're
something.
forgetting the
If
fact that,
Rashford,
hold on,
if yeah, no, continue.
hold on, just hold on. The
Mm,
truth is, Eze is not your traditional winger, right?
mm,
But at the same time, Eze is a very good inside forward on that left wing.
Mhm.
Like he can play there. It's not like that's literally where he plays for Crystal Palace. He plays as a left 10 in their 3-4-3 formation. Left 10 because they play with a left 10 and then Sa plays on the other side,
right, 10
right?
years.
That position for Arsenal right now is vacant because Arsenal uses a left wing and uses their left back to invert. If Eze is the one playing, he can occupy that space, and then Calafiori plays a traditional left back role, which gives them the same shape. Like Eze will slot in, he will just fit like a glove. Like he works perfectly. He's an upgrade on what Arsenal have right now on the left wing, whether you like it or not. And it doesn't have to be the marquee signing. It doesn't have to be like Iliri, for example, will see him as a marquee signing because he's the maverick that Arsenal have been looking for. Somebody that would not go the regular system way. There are two ways to unlock a low block, whether by quick passing or dribbling. Eze can do both comfortably. He can either dribble through a low block, which he has
KY.
done countless times. Yeah.
So sorry to cut you short. I want to throw something in there while you're explaining so that you just um continue with that. So there's a popular thing that's going on with the Arsenal fan base, especially is that suggests that the only way Eze becomes the maverick that he's supposed to be is if he plays down through the middle and sits Odegaard. Just
That's
I
not
want you to
happening.
talk on that as well.
That's not happening. That is not happening. That's
You
not
don't think
happening
so?
at all. It's not happening. I mean, like, I'm not saying it's not something that can happen,
Mm-hmm.
but given the way the squad is being built, the current
Mm-hmm.
structure of the squad, that is not happening.
All right.
Anybody that is dreaming of that should just let it go. It's
I
not
feel like
happening.
Damien has something very important to say, so I'm going to like I think he
No,
has
no,
something to say about the analysis of Eze.
No, I mean, I think I've said it all. My own
Yeah,
is that basically he's a good signing, but he's not.
it's not
I
a
don't
needle
see
mover. Yeah,
he's exactly he's not a nail mover. Like, because if you want to talk about a nail mover signing, you're talking about someone that can make a difference. Someone like is on maybe like I'll say maybe Saka's level, of
Isak.
Saka.
I'm saying
I'm
even
trying to say.
Isak, as in for in your case, Isak
Yeah,
would
yeah,
be a
like
needle
Isak.
mover.
Exactly. So I don't see Eze as that type of player. He might become, world class at Arsenal, but I think
Yeah,
as Arsenal fans
I,
would be surprised that he might not necessarily meet the expectation,
I don't
basically.
agree because I'm the biggest Easy fan, so like I love Easy, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. So
I think Damian is just giving himself copium to say
Oh,
he's just
see,
giving himself copium.
but
It's all good. It's all
in
good.
May, in May we'll come back. In May we'll come back and see because he does not
Uh,
score goals
There's
regularly.
video
He does not
evidence,
he
my
does not
bro.
assist. Yes, now
exactly, there's no running. There's evidence, video evidence.
There's
he
video
does not score.
evidence. Don't
He
worry.
does not score a lot of
Yeah.
goals. He does not
So
assist that much. So I mean, it's not a threat, to be
yeah.
honest.
We'll see.
Arsenal's biggest threat is still Saka and
Anyhow,
Odegaard.
truth about it is, at this point, one thing that we shouldn't forget is that no matter what the joke is, just know that at one point we're laughing at Tottenham. So that's the best part. At one point you're laughing at Tottenham. Tottenham is always at the end of every joke. So yeah,
Yeah.
Joke,
that's
joke
that's
falls on
that's
Tottenham all the time.
that's good to see. I'm going to like just jump straight into preview for next game week, and there's some exciting matches. I would like to see what you guys say the scorelines are for those matches. So, but let's start with what we have tomorrow, actually, and it is the Chelsea versus West Ham game.
Mm.
What do you have for us, KY?
I mean, both teams are looking to win the game. West Ham lost their first game to Sunderland, and like I had really high hopes for Diouf. He had a really good preseason. I did not see any of the crosses. I didn't see any, like the presence. I think Chelsea wins. Yeah. So 3-0 Chelsea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I agree. If
that's rough.
if Chelsea are serious, they should wrap that game up by first half. To be honest, if they are serious, I'll go
Yeah,
Yeah,
three
3
three
0
three
3
nil as
0.
well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The world champions have to show up at some point. Like
exactly.
it's the season has started. This is not Club
Yeah.
World Cup. The season has started. The Premier
This is
League is
not some
back.
preseason trophy.
Wake up and join the party, or you get left behind. So yeah, I think it's also going to be 3 new as well. I'm going to skip past this match. I'm going to go to the Bournemouth Wolverhampton Wanderers match. Ooh,
Man, that game
I
sounds
think
like a
Bournemouth
snooze
wins that
fest.
game. No, 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 it's
I
not.
think it's going
It's
to be end
not.
to end actually. I think it's going to be
It's
end to
not
end.
at all. It's not at all. So like Wolves want to try Arias. Like Arias is good. You had a very good World Club Cup tournament, and he
Mm,
Okay.
didn't start against Man City. I think he's going to start in that game.
Hmm.
Bournemouth also. Bournemouth just signed. What's his name?
Adley.
Adli
Yeah.
Mm.
from from
Midfielder.
from Bayer Leverkusen, and like they'll want to just I don't know. There's a lot of exciting things I'm looking out for in that game. I think
I'm
I
just
think
looking out for
Bournemouth
Semenyo,
wins.
man. I'm looking out for
I think
Semenyo.
Bournemouth wins the game. I think Bournemouth wins. Like maybe two
Awesome.
one, 2-1.
Awesome. Okay.
No, it's at Bournemouth's house, right? Bournemouth is home.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I think Bournemouth will wanna because I feel like after that Liverpool loss, they'll probably feel bad because they felt like they
yeah.
had it. So
hmm
they'll wanna go harder against Wolves. And from what I saw against Man City from Wolves, I mean, it's Man City though, so you can't really judge them. But I feel Bournemouth would have enough to win Wolves. So I'll go maybe like
Yeah, yeah.
2-0, 2-0 to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I would go with Ose on this. That would be 2-0 actually for me as well. Brentford versus Aston Villa. The
Mm.
villains.
Aston Villa wins that one. Sorry.
Same. I think Aston Villa wins as well.
Yeah,
And
I
I
think Villa.
I I,
I was
I
going
think
to talk about possibility of Jackson joining Aston Villa, and that just makes them a better team because that's like one of the rumors that popped up today.
oh yeah. Oh
Because
yeah.
Jackson might be joining Aston Villa, yeah.
So what would you say the Aston Villa Brentford match is?
Yeah, Aston Villa
2-1.
wins that.
I
It's
think Aston Villa wins 2-0 as well.
2-0.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can go with 2-0.
2-0.
yeah, 2-0 for me. I think I don't see how Brentford is scoring that game.
Yeah, because they don't know they won't have Wisa on Buemo, which is where most of their goals came from
Yeah,
Hmm
for last season. So having none of them
I
is
mean
going
they
to
can
I
be
have
mean,
a tricky.
they signed Mutara from Bournemouth,
yeah,
so I'm
he wasn't
Oh
expecting him
able
to
to play
yeah,
the
start
last
tomorrow.
match as well, right?
No,
no, he
no, it
didn't play.
wasn't. So
But
I'm
So
he
expecting him
should
to
be.
start tomorrow.
I mean, they also have Damsgaard. Damsgaard is back, so you know what? Maybe I'll do
no, nice.
2-1 to
Yeah,
Brentford. 2-1 to Aston
2-1.
Villa.
2-1.
2-1 to Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
yeah.
I'll still stick with my 2-0 though. I'll stick with my
Yeah.
2-0. Very interesting match actually would be Sunderland and Burnley. Burnley at home.
Championship
Both came
game.
Sunderland
up.
wins that one.
Burnley
Sunderland wins.
before we let me sweeten the deal for you. Think about it this way. Burnley finished by a lot of points compared to Sunderland from last season. They both just came up.
You know that Burnley was
Burnley
leading
is at
that
home.
table. Burnley was
Burnley
leading
is
that
at home
championship
as
for most
well.
of the year, right? You know Burnley was leading championship for most of the year, right? And Leeds
Burnley
just,
is at home.
slapped them up to it at the end.
Burnley is at home.
Sunderland wins our break. Have you seen
What's the
Sunderland
scoreline?
play?
What's the
Have
scoreline?
you
Give me a
watched them?
scoreline. Give me a scoreline.
Mm. They know each other very well. Man. 2-1. 2-1.
How do you feel,
2-1
sir?
Sunderland.
I mean,
How
Sunderland
do
is
you
a
feel about that?
totally different team than the one that came up from the championship.
Yes, exactly. They're
But
playing in championship. Yeah.
yeah, but
Very
I
different.
feel Burnley are they're also really good at home though. They're really good at home, like, and they also
Yeah.
keep clean
They don't
sheets
have
at
their
home.
goalkeeper anymore, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
So for me, I think because Burnley's at home, the taking into consideration last season, because I feel like those things don't really disappear, even if you buy that many players as Sunderland has done. Because Burnley's at home, I would say 3-0 to Sunderland. Sunderland wins the game, man, because I can't see past Sunderland winning that game. Honestly, it's almost impossible for me to predict a Burnley win. Honestly, even with all these things I've said, trust me. But yeah, let's go to the. I will say what would be the match of the weekend. I'm leaving our teams for the last, but the match of the weekend is probably Man City versus Tottenham. Now, this game
Mm.
has a way of defying
I'm tipping
reasoning.
Tottenham for this one.
Like
I'm tipping
with
Tottenham for this one.
Man City and Tottenham, there's never any reason why you should say Tottenham should win.
In their past,
For,
their,
for
their recent records, their recent
exactly,
Yeah.
but
records is
some
like
reason they
2-1.
always just win against Man City.
Except
Like
when
the
Yeah.
we
only
needed them
time,
to.
yeah, exactly. The only time they did not win was because we needed them to win. But yeah, how do you guys feel about that match?
Yeah, and
That man, you want to go first?
yeah, I think I think it might be a high scoring draw, maybe 2-2, because
Hmm.
I feel Tottenham, they're still Tottenham and they will still leak goals. And I also
Hmm.
It's
feel
the
Man
history
City,
of Tottenham.
exactly. And I feel Man City too, they're not really defensively solid yet. I mean, even the game against Wolves gave them like some troubles, especially at the start of the game. And I feel like Tottenham will do the same. They have Kudus and Richarlison who's looking on fire now. So I'll say 2-2 for me.
Hmm. How about you,
I
Joey?
think. I think for me, it's like I think I want to tip Tottenham because the game against PSG, the way they were very compact until those
Hmm.
last minutes, it was very encouraging. I feel like that's one crazy low block on their day. I mean, it's Thomas Frank, so
One
it's
thing I can say
like
is Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, yeah, you can talk. You can talk.
Okay, so I was going to say one thing I can say just to comment on what you said is that Tottenham has definitely improved defensively compared to last season.
Yes,
Even from
yes.
the friendly against Arsenal, I could see that these guys are they're not doing that high
Yeah,
line or boss thing. You have 9 men and all the 9 men are standing on the halfway line. Nah, none of that. None
no.
of that anymore.
So
But yeah,
it's,
KY, you're saying.
so it's like for me, I want to say a draw, but like the kind of draw is like if you're betting, it's like Tottenham win or draw, that kind of thing.
Okay, I
It's
get I
like
get what you
I'm
mean.
on
It
yeah,
tilts
it's like
towards
it's a
the like a
yeah, yeah, it's a draw
handicap
that is tilting
handicap of
towards
two
exactly, exactly. So it's like 2-2 is like the
safe
safe
bet.
zone to stay,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah.
a part of me is thinking that I think Tottenham might have enough. I mean, this is like one of the true tests, right? For
For Thomas
for
Frank.
Man City. No, not even Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank loses this game. Nobody's going to bat an eye because,
Mm,
like, everybody deep in their chest will expect Man City to win,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's somewhere, like, even though I'm predicting Tottenham to win, like, a part of me is still saying, it's Man City. They can just do their thing, right? So, but just because of recent history, like, Tottenham know how to beat Man City and Pep. Brentford, managed by Thomas Frank, too, was able to deal with City on a couple of occasions. So it's like I'm more on Tottenham's, maybe like a 3-2 Tottenham win or 2-2 draw.
okay. So for me, I feel like this match actually for the Man City faithfuls
So
is the match that a lot of them will look at and be like, you know what? Wolves, they're not necessarily a tough team in the sense that you would expect Man City to smash Wolves. But when you look at this match, I think for the Man City fans, it answers the question: Are we back? Right? Are we
Yeah.
like
yeah.
is this what we can come to expect for the rest of the season? I strongly feel like they would not answer the question. I feel like they would. Why are you laughing? I feel like
What's this
they
Frank
would.
Edo way of talking?
I feel like they would not. They would not answer the question. I feel like they would actually end up with a win, but it wouldn't be type of win that a City faithful would come to expect or would be able to draw too much on. Although anything that happens right now is definitely an improvement on what they faced in the hands of Tottenham last season. So I'll say maybe a 3-2 in that match.
So City win.
Yeah, City win 3-2.
So you're saying it's be like Arsenal's win over Man U.
Exactly. They will
Yeah.
scrap it out because they have to.
Yeah.
Fair
They will
enough.
It's gonna
scrap
be a
it out
tight
because they
game for
have to.
sure.
So that's like
Yeah,
everybody
it's going
has
to be an interesting
different
game.
opinion on this one.
Yeah. No, I mean, you guys basically have similar opinions in the sense that you
I
both
mean, I'm more of a
expect.
3-2 Tottenham win.
Oh,
But
you
you,
expect a draw. Okay, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
sure.
now let's
And
say draw
that's
or
why it's the
Tottenham
big
win. That
game
kind
of
of
the
thing.
weekend. It's the big game of the weekend.
When is it
And
against Monday, right?
Saturday,
It's on
12:30
Saturday.
kickoff. Yeah, 12:30 kickoff.
Ooh. So it's like
Yeah.
five. Ooh, wow.
So
Wake
it's
up
like,
5:30 again. Oh
yeah,
God.
yeah, it's a good match to watch, though. It's a good match to watch. So let's talk about the Arsenal versus Leeds match.
Yeah,
It's
for
also on
the Arsenal
Saturday.
win.
What? What? Yeah.
I'm too excited.
4-0
4-0,
Arsenal win.
4-0 Arsenal win.
Wow.
Yeah.
I,
To be
I
honest,
want to
I
push
think
it.
so
I want to
too.
push my luck. Wow. You know what? Both of you are going to tell me your goal scorers because like I'm shocked. Tell me who's scoring for the goal.
Yokeres brace. Yokeres
Wow.
brace. Saka goal.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Don't tell me
Odegaard
you've
One
run
goal.
out
set
of. Oh, I
piece.
was about to say, don't tell me you've run out of goal scorers.
One set
Oh,
piece for
that's true
sure.
then. So it might be 6-0 win. It might be a 6-0 win. Because I didn't account for set piece goals. I didn't account for set piece goals.
Six, bruv.
I didn't account for set piece goals.
I'm an Arsenal
I
fan, man, my
watched.
bruv.
So this is
Six.
the thing. There's a
I'm
reason why I'm
listening.
saying this. I watched Leeds versus Everton,
Yeah?
and Leeds are doing this. Oh, you know the way Daniel Farker comes to Premier League and is trying to
Yeah.
form. Yeah, we're gonna keep the ball and we're gonna make it smooth. I saw him. He was they're tipping the bar. Everton. Like,
But they beat
see,
Everton,
when I
though.
watched that game, I mean, they beat Everton, but
Yeah.
they could have won that game like 4-0. The entirety of first half, they were with the ball and they did nothing with it. Like they were with the ball the entirety of first half. Everton came out second half and just changed it for them.
Mm.
And then luckily for them, they had like one break, shot the ball, hit Tarkowski's hand, and penalty. Like it was the same Daniel Farker all over again. And like
Mm.
knowing him, he's going to try to come and play Arsenal. The only way my prediction will not be right is if he somehow sits back. But knowing Daniel Farker is going to trust in his boys and he's going to want to come and play Tiki Taka at the Emirates. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Daniel Fark can be a little bit naive sometimes. We saw it with Norwich,
Yeah.
and I'm
That's
sure
the
he's going to
word.
do the
That
same.
that's the word. That's the because like the way they played Everton, when I saw him playing, like it was good, right, to see them play that way because you would want Everton to be one of the teams that are worse than you in the league, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
like it made sense. But I just realized this guy is not, he's playing like the way I expected him to play. Like, no final plans up front, but he just wants to have the ball and just, throw body forward. Sure, no problem. We'll see at the Emirates. We'll see at the Emirates. We'll see.
Okay.
and that's
Um.
Arsenal's first home game of the season. So
Yes.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
think as
Mm-hmm.
those players will want to embarrass
So
themselves.
what
So
what you saying? What you saying? Also, what you saying as your scoreline? KY said
He
six
said
six
4-0.
nil.
He said, no,
for
I'm
me,
just
four
joking
zero
now.
to
4-0. It's
4-0. I
4-0.
Four.
think
4-0.
So for me, I
three
think
three 4-0. Yeah,
3-4-0. Yeah.
yeah,
For me, I think it's going to be a good match. It's going to be nice for me to watch.
He's going to
I
say
think it's
one
one
high
of those.
score line now.
It's going to be one of those matches. It's one of those kind of matches that I'm going to enjoy because I can sit back, relax, and not try to predict the future. So I'm going to say 3-0 actually. I think Arsenal's going to score
That's a
three.
lie. That's not what you
And
were
like you
saying
said,
before. That's not what you were saying before.
well, you tell us this 7. So the thing
You're
is,
going to say 5.
I have a reason for saying what I say is because I think because it's early in the season, I feel like one of the things that Arsenal needs to do is bed in those B players, like the
Mm.
impactors, as Akita calls them, right?
Nah,
Bring some
he
of
ain't
them
doing that.
in.
He ain't doing
But
that.
the
Even if those ones
reason
come on, they want to
I don't
score
mean
too now.
I don't mean they're starting, right? I
No,
feel like
no, I
one of
know. I'm
the
saying even if they come on, they want to
yeah,
score too. They want to
yeah,
score too.
yeah. But I think what I think is that I feel like they're going to bring in those guys after the third goal, and we'll just see out the match. Try a new
Yeah,
style. But yeah, it's going. I feel it's going to be a welcome back for the Arsenal fans. So I feel, and that's what I expect. It's going to be an
yeah,
entertaining
I'm
spectacle. So
expecting Emirates to be rocking, especially after this easy news. I'm expecting Emirates to be rocking, and they'll now. When the announcer says Emirates Stadium, welcome Eberechi Eze. Oh
easy.
my
Oh
Jesus.
damn.
Oh
Yeah.
my Jesus.
Yeah. So let's go
I'll
into
be
the
there.
next day, which is Sunday. Crystal Palace versus Nottingham Forest.
Ooh, Nottingham Forest wins that one, man. Because I don't
yeah,
think Palace are going to have anybody different come into play. And I watched them play today. They struggled. They had the ball throughout the entire game. Like they had the ball throughout. Like you could just tell that creativity wasn't there. Like that spark, they just missed. They missed easy, and they won 1-0. But I expected them to like do better. So I think Crystal Palace will win. Sorry, I mean Nottingham Forest will win this one. Maybe like
yeah.
2-0, 2-1, Mateta, late consolation. But I think Nottingham Forest wins this one.
Yeah, I mean
Say
that
one
game
nil.
is is sort of a rivalry now, considering I think Forest took
Yeah. What
Yeah,
happened?
Palace's
Nottingham
place
Forest
True.
in
chased them
True.
Europe.
out. That
True.
Yeah.
idea, I
True.
forgot
True.
that. I
True.
forgot that. I forgot that. Ooh, Mr.
So
Marinakis.
yeah, so
Ronaldo's.
that game is gonna be interesting. But the thing is, I was listening to
I
Glasner's
forgot that completely. Crazy. That's a good
I was listening
point.
to Glasner's post game interview, and he sounded very, I don't want to use the word depressed, but it sounded very down. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah, he did.
because
Nah, it was peace. It
Eze
was
has left
peace.
and Gehi might leave too.
Gaze.
So
Yeah. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine what the dressing room atmosphere looks like now. So I'll go with
Yeah,
a Forest win, to be honest.
yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I back you on that.
Mm.
What's your scoreline though?
My score, it won't be a crazy. like goal difference, I'll say maybe 1-0 to Forest because Palace are
I'll
still very
say,
solid defensively.
yeah, I'll say 2-0 Forest. 2-0 Forest. Everton versus Brighton.
Mm.
I think Brighton wins this one. Everton don't look like they're ready yet. They
Mm.
don't
Mm,
look like I don't know what would happen if Grealish will start this time around. But India had a really poor game against
mm,
Leeds. He was just turning up and down like but I don't know. Brighton on the other hand, even though they drew their first game and it was a last minute goal from Muniz, they seemed more in control of that game. So I think Brighton wins this one. Like Brighton win or draw. That kind of thing. Like 2-1 Brighton. Because I think
okay,
Grealish should play too or something. 2-1 Brighton.
okay. What about you? So what do you feel?
I feel maybe like a 1-1 because that's going to be Everton's first Premier League game in their new stadium.
New stadium.
So
Ah,
True. Why do I keep
so the,
forgetting
the
these factors
so
actually?
the fans are going to be buzzing. The atmosphere is going to be crazy, and I don't know if Brighton have the
But
players to
like
cope with
there's
those type
also
of
that
atmosphere.
first
I
we
mean,
lost our first match at the Emirates.
the nerves.
yeah,
Obviously, there's
no,
also
we
the
didn't
we
lose.
we
Did we
didn't lose.
lose?
Okay, we won. Wait,
We
did we win?
drew. We drew. It was
We
the last
drew. We
minute
drew. Yeah,
Gilberto Silva against Aston
yeah.
yeah,
Villa.
So it wasn't.
But
It
like
wasn't really nice. A
it
nice,
was
a nice
that
welcome.
first
Welcome.
game in a new stadium is always funny. It's always very
exactly.
funny. I
So
think Spurs
yeah,
lost their first game in their new stadium too.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think they
yeah,
lost their first. I'm not sure.
yeah. I mean, I'll go 1-1.
I would say 1-1
Everton,
as
Brighton,
well.
1-1. Yeah.
I'd say 1-1 as well.
Yeah.
Now for me, this game, right, is I feel like it's the game that in Man City situation I said it answers the question, are we back? And for me, this game for Man U fans is answers the question, are we better? Because like one of the things that they saw against us now was that oh their team looked better. Now, how much of that was a factor of the fact that generally the players seem to get up for the bigger games because obviously you're playing Arsenal at your home on the first game
Yeah,
of the
first
season.
game
You're
of
going to
season.
get up for it. I know they've recruited new players, but how much of a factor do you think them being at home against a team like Arsenal would have affected the way they performed? I would say in the Fulham game, would they be able to do the same thing? How do you guys feel about that? Fulham
Mm.
Okay, man, do you want
versus
to go
Man U.
first?
Yeah, yeah. I can go first. Well,
Mm.
I mean, Fulham, they didn't really do much business this summer.
I
More or
don't
less the
think they
same
did
thing.
any at all.
Yeah, so I mean, and it's who's home? Who's home in that game? Is it Man U or
Fulham's
Fulham?
home.
Fulham. Fulham. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a tough one to be honest. It's gonna be. I think maybe I'll say 2-2. The game's gonna be. It's gonna
Hmm.
end 2-2. Yeah,
So Man U stay 15th this week
2-2.
again.
they'll probably stay probably stay 15th again.
They might drop. They
Hopefully
might drop
by May
lower. They
too.
might drop lower. They might drop lower. Never say never.
Oh, I,
Never say never.
I think like you pointed out, this game is also like a testament for another team to actually test out whether like they're as good as they think they can be.
Yeah.
Fulham is always a good
Yeah,
test. Their low block is a low block, is a terrible low
Mm.
block. And I don't
and
know, all
that's where
that
Man U
space
struggle.
that Arsenal, yeah, all that space that but I do think Man U wins this game. Before
Wow.
somebody will come and call me Man U fan again. I think Man U wins this game. I think Man U wins this
Okay.
game actually. So the
Okay.
thing is that
What do you think scoreline will be?
is a thing of it would probably be a 3-1 Man U win.
3-1.
3-1 Man U win. The reason I'm saying that is Fulham have not changed anything from last season. They really struggled against Brighton. Like it took a individual brilliance from Rodrigo Muniz to drag them out of whatever they were doing. And when he came onto the game, like it was different. But I don't think that would be enough for a very enthusiastic Manchester United team. Like they just like if they play half as good as they played against Arsenal, I think they should win that game. Like, and I'm expecting Ahmad to start this time, and
Hmm.
not Dalo. I'm expecting Ahmad to start, which means that their right hand side will be more potent,
Yeah.
right? So it's
Yeah.
like I don't know what they will do in their midfield, but I'm expecting Sesko to start as well. So like they would have dominance, and now they can like launch the ball forward and actually do something. So I'm expecting Man U to actually win, more
Well,
comfortable than people would expect.
I, I believe that um if they play the way they played against Arsenal, they would win.
Yeah,
I I think where Man U is at right now is going to like what happens in this game is determined by the XI. I believe that Man U has done enough in terms of tactically they to improve, but I still think that Amorim is still struggling with selections, right? If he starts the midfield that started against Arsenal, I feel they do well. But if
yeah.
he starts Ugarbage and Bruno in the CM position, that's what the streets are calling him. It's not me. I didn't make up that
Yeah,
name.
that brother was playing for Arsenal when he came
Yeah.
on.
So if he starts
Because
that, then he's
because
going
oh
to
my
struggle.
God, he was playing
He's
for
going to
Arsenal when he
struggle.
came on. He was playing for Arsenal
Yeah,
when he came on.
yeah. Apart from the fact, he actually also injured Havertz.
Yeah.
you know,
And he got us easy.
and he got this. He was definitely an
Winning.
Arsenal fan
He
over the
was playing
weekend.
for us. He was playing for us. He was playing for us. He was
I
playing
would
for
say
us.
I would say the match would end 2-1. Man U win.
Yeah.
I feel like they steal just like how we steal though. Like how we stole from them. I feel like they steal the points here. I don't think they would actually run away with it like you
Nah,
think
I,
so.
I I think
Mm.
they actually dominate that game. I think they
Then
actually dominate that game. Because like if they don't, it will be see it will be the same scenario with me where like I'm very particular about a team's performance other than a
yeah,
result. So
yeah.
like if they snatch the win and like the performance is still droppy, say like they won the way we won, I'll be concerned for them.
I don't think they snatched the win because their performance is bad. I think they snatched the win because Fulham rises for the game and it's not going to be easy. That's
So that's
that's
what
what
I'm
I
trying
think.
to point out. Like it is like if they actually want to have a testament to them being back, Fulham is not the game where the opponent is back, so will not play well. If that happens against Liverpool, I understand. If that happens against Arsenal, I understand. If that happens against Man City, Chelsea, so before Tottenham, I will understand. But playing Fulham rising to the occasion, and then we can't play well. There's at least another 10 Fulhams in Premier League. So every time each of them should rise up to the occasion, you will not play well. Nah, nah, nah. That won't fly. That won't
But
fly.
again, it's an away game, so there's you cannot you can't
Yeah.
you can't ignore
If to
that.
yeah, I understand. But let's be honest, Liverpool is going to go and play Fulham. I know it's an away game, but what would you expect?
I mean, I expect it to be tough, and if we win the game like 1-0, Salah penalty, I'll take it and run.
You are not answering me directly. You are going to play Fulham this weekend.
Mm.
What is your expectation?
My expectation is for us to win, but I know it's not going to be a fancy win.
Exactly.
Like
No,
I'm
I
I'm
know. I
comfortable for it not
understand
being a
that
fancy
part.
win.
I understand that
Yeah.
part. I get that. I promise you, I get that. But it's just a thing of like these are the games that you look at as oh yeah, these are the games you want to use to gather points. No
True.
disrespect to Fulham, by the way, but it's just if they can't beat Fulham away, then they don't have any business in top 10. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I
Like
Mm,
if
mean,
they
I,
cannot
I
beat
I get your
Fulham
points. Yeah.
away, then there's no business in the top 10. And that's
Yeah.
I'm sure Man U fans are not even trying to finish top 10. They're looking for European spot. And that makes it more mandatory. And this is not saying that Arsenal will probably not go there because we didn't even win at Fulham last year. We
I
didn't
think
win.
even the season before we didn't win at all there.
So
They
it's
would draw
like,
both
but
matches.
at the same time, this season, if I'm going there and ask me what will Arsenal do, I will still say they should win, right? And it doesn't mean they will win it, but it will be a testament to how far they are or how far they've come, that kind of thing.
Mm, okay, I agree. I agree with you. So let's go actually into the final game of the weekend, and that's
Should we
the
do this objectively or like
no
just
agendas, please.
use your fan? Oh, okay, okay.
Let's make it. You can say what you wish would happen, then say what you know would happen. So I'd say Newcastle versus Liverpool.
Man, I'm not looking forward to that
Uh,
game,
let
to be
let let
honest.
let Damian go first, maybe.
Let Damian go first. Please give us
Damian has to go
your
first.
analysis of what what happened in that
Oh
match.
man, that game is gonna be very hostile, and I'm looking at my midfield. I'm looking at my midfield, and I'm like,
Hey,
who's
Gravenberch
gonna?
is back, no? He's not back in training.
Is his back? He's gonna play, but like McAllister, Zoboslai, those guys, they lack the grit to come up against,
I,
That
a
I don't think
midfield of
Vets will probably
Joelinton.
even start that game.
Exactly.
Jolinton is
Like,
gonna be a
I mean,
problem.
even if he
I
starts, he
don't
will
think
probably
Vets will start.
start from. He'll probably start from the wing because that's the only way he
Yeah,
can, get that space to, do his thing. But it's gonna be a tough game considering the whole Isak situation, blah blah blah. But
yeah.
I
Isaac
still
Isaac
expect us
Debbie.
to win. I still expect us to win. Like if we lose, I'll be very disappointed. I still expect us to, win
Yeah,
because it's Newcastle. They don't have a striker, so we should be able to handle
yeah.
their attack
That
very
really
well.
affected them against Aston
Yeah,
Villa.
Yeah.
exactly. So I'll go with a scrappy 3-2 win because I know we'll definitely concede that game for sure. We'll find one way to concede. So I'll say
So
maybe 3-2 or 3-1.
what is worrying me in that game is Newcastle's newfound love for like very high press. They used to press
Mm.
high before, but like that press against Aston Villa, like they were pressing all the way down to the corner flag. Like they
Yeah.
were going all the way. I think it was pass one pass to kick the ball PSG way. That's what they did. Like pass one pass to kick the ball out the PSG way. Literally, that's how they started the game. It's
Mm.
like the issue with that is like Liverpool might have issues, not with the press, but the transition part of things, which is what Newcastle is looking forward to. So it's
Exactly.
like transition is Newcastle's strength, transition is Liverpool's weakness. So it's like there might be a plug up there. I still expect Liverpool to win though, because I don't think Newcastle actually like causes them that much issues.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
believe
think
that
Liverpool
I
wins
believe it's
that.
going to be a very physical match, and the Liverpool
Yeah.
players will have to be up for it because you see that midfield, eh? You see that
What did you even
Newcastle
call them that
midfield.
day? Shin kickers, yes,
Because
shin
yeah,
kickers.
it's like how do you have three shin kickers in one midfield? Or they
Nah,
actually
man.
Bruno Himmers is actually a very technical player, Tonali as well.
He's a shin kicker too. All of them are shin kickers.
But yeah, so I don't like them too. So I think it's going to be a very tough match, especially like in the midfield. There's going to be a lot of interesting midfield battles to look out for.
Yeah.
Person I'm really scared for is Words. Because I know how physical that game is going to be. That game is not going to be. This is St James Park. This is not Anfield. You are
Mm.
I hate that
basically out
stadium,
with the
man.
Wolves. I feel like it would be a situation that if they steal a win, they'll go back home happy. Especially if they
Yep.
can put Isaac in the box as they're going back. Just pick up Isaac on your way back to
Yeah.
Anfield. That's the best part that could happen for you. But with that, I would say I think Liverpool win, and I think it's going to be a draw and a tiebreaker just at the end of the game. I think it's going to be dramatic because Liverpool likes doing the dramatic.
Salah win. Salah
Yeah,
win.
Salah
Makes
win
sense.
in the 87th or 85th minute, maybe 2-1. Yeah, so I'm thinking like it's going to be a 2-1 Liverpool win. Salah in the dying minutes.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I'll take that.
that's what I think it's going to be. Of course you take it. Why won't you
Uh,
take it? Why would you take it? Sending it back is not a ground that you go in with like and you're proud. You would take what they give you. You take it
exactly.
where, especially if it's a good result. You take it and
Exactly.
and
You
get out of
run
there.
as well.
Yeah, and considering all the build up to this particular game with the Isak deal, Bruno Guimaraes posting the picture just right after Isak posted his situation
Did you
online.
see that? What do you post?
Oh, you didn't? Guimaraes posted a
I didn't
picture.
see.
I think he
I
posted a
didn't see
picture
any.
of
Oh,
Yeah.
please send it to me
yeah.
after this, please. I
No,
didn't
it was
see.
just
I
a
didn't
it,
see what
it
Bruno
was just
Guimaraes
a
posted.
it was just a picture of himself wearing the
Picture
jersey
of
and
himself. Yeah, just a
yeah,
picture of
just
himself
picture
like
of
wearing
himself
the
wearing the
jersey.
jersey. That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
He didn't
okay,
say
okay,
anything.
okay.
He just put a picture of him. But like there's definitely going to be a lot of needle in this match, and I live for games like that. It's a perfect way to actually wrap up the weekend because it's
Nice.
a game that's going to have a lot of fire in it, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's
But
something
like
I'm
before
excited.
before we go, I want to ask one question. Do we think
Yeah.
Isak ends up at Liverpool this window?
I don't think so. Because right now for
Honestly,
Newcastle, it's more of a thing of pride now. It's no
right
longer
now,
about the
yeah,
money.
Yeah,
They don't care about the
yeah,
money. It's
yeah.
now we don't want to look
True.
silly in front of the world,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, which is a good
Mm.
thing because what happens is his price actually his value reduces. So we don't
yeah.
have to pay that 130, 150 million, and we don't have to give him 350K a week. So if you can get him in January for
So it's
cheaper, I
like
don't
good news
mind.
for Liverpool eventually. Mm.
Eventually in the long
Fair
run,
enough.
yeah.
Fair enough.
So what I'll say is, while I agree with what you just said, you guys also run the risk of, right now you guys are having basically a clean run for him. Nobody's going for Isak,
Yeah.
honestly, because
That's
nobody
the
can
sad
afford
part.
to go for Isak. All
Yeah.
right. The bad thing is, if the price drops, more people would come in for him, and that
Mm.
Yeah.
might be a problem for you guys. I think it's going to be a very nice match to watch. I'm excited about it. But yeah, let's guess we've actually covered all the matches for the weekend. I wanted to just find out about who you guys are looking out for this weekend. What do you think the surprise result would be, or a surprise player that you're looking out for this weekend?
I think surprise player, not surprise, but I think Gyökeres is going to have a good weekend.
Ah,
And
nice,
um,
nice.
and
Is he FPL, right?
yeah, in one of my teams, like I usually run two
Oh
teams.
yeah,
Yeah,
it should be in
and
both of your teams though.
oh no, like there's no why do I not
Back
have two teams if
back
it's going
your
to
boy, back your boy, back your boy,
Saka is not even in the two
back your
teams.
boy,
Saka is not in two teams. Like there's nobody I'm paying twice in the two
back your
teams.
boy.
No, 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 no. But yeah, yeah. Who else? I'm not sure if there's going to be a surprise result. I'll see. I don't know. Maybe Man
I
U,
thought
because I don't know.
Fulham
Yeah,
beating
Man U is
them.
going to do well. No, Man U is going to play well because I don't know. You guys don't expect you guys don't expect them to play well. I think I'm expecting them to play well. So
How about you, Damien?
I'll say one player I'm looking out for is actually Verts because I feel like the Newcastle
Ah,
game is
nice.
is the perfect
It's a
welcome
test.
to the
It's a good
Premier
test.
League.
test.
Yeah.
Welcome
Yeah,
to the Premier
yeah,
League
yeah.
test. I mean the Bournemouth game was
My
intense, but
guy,
like
Premier League season is crazy.
this will be
Hmm.
another level for him, and I want to see how he does. Does he
Yeah.
hide or does he
Is it
show his
physically?
personality? You know,
Yeah.
so I'm looking forward to that. And then
They
surprise
shall not enjoy
results.
him, I beg. They should not enjoy him. I
And
swear. I don't like this
surprise
guy.
results will probably be I don't know. Maybe Tottenham winning Man City. I'll be surprised if they do, to be honest. I
Oh
know
yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
I know they win them regularly, but with this Thomas Frank guy, I think he's very much defensively and sometimes they sit too deep. So
Mm.
I'll be fascinated to see how the attack from sitting that
He knows
deep.
how to
You
beat
know?
City, Sha. He knows how to beat
Yeah,
them. He
yeah. I
knows
mean,
how to
yeah,
beat them.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I do hope they win, to be honest, because to be honest, Man City are also one of
Yeah,
the
of course
title
you hope they win.
contenders. So
Ah, bro.
Yeah.
The earlier the drop points, the better, I
But,
mean.
yeah.
exactly,
And it also
Oh,
knocks
boy,
their belief as well. They start to reason like, oh wait,
exactly,
are we really
are we
back? Like I
back?
said,
Are we back?
are we back? So
exactly.
yeah, I think this was a very nice conversation with you guys as always. Damien, do you have anything to say to our viewers?
No. First of all, thank you guys for inviting me here. Hopefully, the viewers will see more of me,
Anytime, man.
and
Yeah, 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 yeah.
they enjoy my takes,
Yeah.
regardless of how ridiculous they might seem. But yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
keep listening, keep watching, keep supporting, basically. Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, what about you, man? What do you have to say to the
I just
viewers?
remember that you usually have words of wisdom at the end, and I don't have one.
Oh,
I
I
was going
don't
to
have
come
any.
up for one.
I
I was
don't
going to
have
come
word
up
of
for
wisdom.
one.
Oh. I'm
You
just,
always
I'm
have
just.
one. Anyways,
No, I
just
don't.
keep watching. subscribe, like, comment. We're doing better with replying to comments. So please comment or reply and share to your friends. So, really, over to you for your words of wisdom.
I don't have any words of wisdom, but
No, no pressure, no pressure.
I have no words of wisdom, honestly. I have no words of wisdom today. I'm just going to tell the viewers, you know what? You guys have been amazing. We've been seeing your comments, and we're really happy to to be able to do this with you guys. It's a really nice experience, honestly.
It is.
Um,
It is.
please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and as I always say, the canon remains biased, but now we have the crowd's voice
Anybody.
as well. I, I, I'm happy that we have the crowd's voice as well. The crowd, by the crowd, I mean other um EPL fans, and you can be looking forward to that. Actually, there'll be more of Damian. There'll be more of other EPL fans coming on to come and share their view. And now you can tell everybody. Actually, you can tell everybody. We're still biased though, but you can tell everybody. Uh, thank you for joining us today. Have a nice day.
All right. Take care.